Right, so here I am. I've already made a video on my new purchase, which is a Tavistock Quantum shower, and talking through just how chuffed and impressed I am with my new buy. What I'm going to be doing is replacing what I believe is a Triton shower with what I hope is going to be a better shower. Now, just to make you aware, I'm not a plumber. To say I'm a DIY enthusiast is probably stretching it. I've never changed a shower. I'll be frank, I really don't know what I'm doing, but I have read the instructions, so I'm going to give it the best shot. Now, I do know a couple of basic things, but if you're ever going to play around with your water or taps or whatever it may be, always make sure you switch the mains off. So I have done that, I've checked. I've ran a couple of taps in a couple of different places in the house to make sure there's no water coming through. So hopefully I should all be good to go. So what I've got to do, I've got to remove the shower riser out. I need to remove the mixer off. Now, just to make you aware, the reason I'm actually doing this and the reason for this job, I bought this house November of last year. This shower system has been in since the house was built. So I think it was built, what, 2006. So this is about 10, 11 years old or so. A couple of issues with it. One is the mixer tap is leaking. Now, before you comment, I know that you can change the cartridges in these, but the cost of a new shower, better shower, it's just cheaper, I think, and easier just to replace a whole unit. I say that, but I've never done it. And then the other thing as well is the hose is starting to fail. And the shower head, well, it's fairly disgusting and it gets blocked. So I've noticed a loss of pressure. So I thought, right, just go for it. Better shower, change the whole thing. So here we go. So I'm going to start. I don't know how to take this off. I imagine I'm just going to use a knife just to prise that away. So that comes off fairly easily. It's pretty disgusting in there. It just looks like it's a single screw fixing that on. So I imagine at the top of this one will be hopefully the same as well. Now I'm not that tall, but it looks as though it's the same as down here. So it's just a single screw attaching that on. Before I get carried away and taking the riser rail off, I'm going to detach the hose. Hopefully I don't get turned completely full of, drenched with water. If I've turned it the mains off, I should be all right. And then I'm going to undo these bolts at the back, trying to protect the bolts. I'm going to put a bit of cloth around it while I use what tools I've got to take this off. So right, let's grab a couple of bits and pieces. So I'm not a tradesman. I've got a few tools. I've added a few tools over the years. Haven't got a huge amount of stuff. Mold grips, you're probably thinking aren't the best thing to use in, but I don't even know if this is turning because I can't see. It's coming off anyway, it doesn't matter. So, it's coming. Right, there we go. Finger tight now. That's coming out. And there we go. Now I'm going to put a towel down. If you notice down here, I put a towel down because I'm wearing my socks, not wearing shoes. So hopefully this towel, which is actually my wife's, won't me and stop my socks from getting completely wet. So right, let's remove this. So I'm not going to do anything to it, break it or chuck it out the window, because you never know, I might need to reattach it. Now this here is chrome plated, so I'd rather try and look after that if I can. Get that round. As I said, I have to open it up a bit so I can snap it shut. So if you've got all the tools, this kind of thing is, well, that isn't moving. There we go, moved. It did move then. Just very slightly. It is, I'll tell you what, jobs are so much easier if you've got the tools, you've got the right gear, but there's also a saying, do you know what I was doing there? I was tightening it. So I always do get that wrong. So lefty loosey, righty tighty is the saying. That's how you remember. Right. I don't know where I got that from. Somebody taught me that or told me that. There it is. Good one. Still forget. Okay, it's coming loose. Might be finger tight now. Let's have a look. Whoops. Don't want to drop your tools into a plastic shower tray. The water's coming out. It's not coming out in a gush, so I'm not being flooded yet. That's good. Right. Okay. Shower mixer off. I mean, this is what you can see in here. I can do this here. I don't know if the light's good enough, but in here you can see all this gunge. Now this is built up. I mean, this ring is clearly failing, but as it fails, it creates gunge, and that gunge, you know, is the stuff that blocks up your shower. So let's see. Let's take this off. So, what I was hoping I was going to be able to do was get my new shower and attach it straight on to this this plate here. Now whether I can do that, I don't actually know. So this is got the pipes in here, and I believe that the water runs up this way. I believe it does anyway. So I'm just going to try and clear this up before. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying to put new shower closer. I don't want it to get any of this, you know, this terrible rubbish that seems to be attached to it. I'm inspecting now. I'm noticing a terrible grout job that's been done by some cowboy. Don't know who that was. Right, so that is clear-ish. Right, so if I just step out of here. Right. Now what I do know about DIY is you try and keep it tidy as you go, otherwise you just end up with loads of bits and pieces everywhere, and it's a bit of a headache. So this is the new one. So that might just attach onto that. It looks as though it does. Now, so let's see. So, if I just attach onto there, that is so easy. So, right, I've got a couple of bits in here that I just need to get. Now, on the instructions, I couldn't work out where they go. Now, I know they'll probably go on a pipe. The end of a pipe somewhere. Now, noticing here, well, this has got them, hasn't it? There. What does spilling out water? That looks like the same as that to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah? So, imagine that goes in there. So that comes off. I don't know if it does. Does it come off? Maybe. Ah, look at that. Goes in there, doesn't it? Ooh. Look at that, goes in there. That's cold. That's hot. So I do remember from my old mixer unit, the hot side is this side. So, oh yeah, before you do this, know which sides are hot, which sides are cold, okay? Right. Now I have got a new one of these, but if this goes on here, I'm not going to take this one off. And the reason being is because I brought a new shower, so you know as DIY jobs go. As DIY jobs go, buy a new shower, look at the bathroom and think, well, actually this is pretty horrible. I might as well just tile it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this shower. I'm going to do it so it's not leaking, so I know I can do it. And then over the coming weeks, I'm going to take all the tiles off the wall and then just retile the whole thing. So that does go on there. I don't know how aesthetic it's going to look, how good it's going to look. So let's just getting the finger tight at the moment. It's alright. That's not bad. That does look alright. I'm just getting it finger tight. And then we'll tighten it up. That looks alright, I think. As it stands. So I've attached it to the existing base plate without using some of the stuff that I've already got. Tavistock very kindly sent me my purchase. So let's just get it righty-tighty. Right. So let's get this tightened up. Okay, let's turn it. So that. So I think with any plumbing that you do at home, I mean this is the first time I've done any, but pretty soon does it leak? So that's always your big concern, isn't it? You're doing something, it's going to leak. So that is secure, I think. That's gone straight onto that base plate, so who knows, that might work. I haven't followed the instructions, which I said I was going to do. I've just attached it. So let's see. Right, next thing, I've got my instruction manual somewhere. Just got that down here. So the only thing I haven't put on there, which I can't imagine is sort of mission critical, is the base plate, a washer, a wall plate, well I've got one, an olive, which just looks like a wedding ring type thing, a threaded connector, let's see what I need there, a cover shroud, don't need that, a washer, I don't know if we need that, and a nut. Well, it's off. So let's have a look. Right, next job is to take the riser rail off. So it's a bit awkward this one, isn't it? You're jacking me. Anybody reach that? I mean, I've got a really long bit on the end of this, but I need a different screwdriver, I can't believe it. Right, gonna have to pause it there. All my tools are out, the rest of my tools are in the garage because I thought I had everything that I needed. And then I'm gonna have to go away into the garage, find a screwdriver that hopefully can fit to reach that down there, and then recommence the installation.